engines. This is the Women's Motorsports Network. From dirt track nights to the bright race lights, from the garage to victory lane. Women are rising, chasing the dream, with horsepower running through their veins. Women's Motorsports Network. Hear those engines roar. Stories of courage, speed, and heart, like you've never heard before. Fuel her future, fuel her dreams. Every lap we celebrate. Women's Motorsports Network. Let's hit the track. Let's hit the track. Women's Motorsports Network. Connecting and celebrating women in motorsports. One story at a time.
Raising moms, this one's for you. Whether it's thanking a coach, celebrating your kid's win, or just spreading some kindness, Send Out Cards makes it easy. Create and send unlimited digital cards with photos and messages anytime from anywhere for just $10 a month. No stamps, no hassle, no going to the post office, just pure love. Visit sendoutcards.com/53240. Start sending some joy today. That's sendoutcards.com/53240. Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with the Women's Motorsports Network podcast. And today's episode is a little different because normally I sit down with incredible women from all across the motorsports world, whether it's drivers, crew members, industry professionals, fans, young, old, and in between, and I hear their stories. But today I want to tell a story about racers, about the kind of people who build their lives around racetracks and engines, determination, and dreams. You may recognize the inspiration for this from one of my favorite broadcasters when I was even a little girl growing up on a farm in Illinois. His name is Paul Harvey, and he wrote an episode called "So God Made a Farmer." We had it on a poster hanging in our house when I lived on the farm in Illinois as I was growing up. And for some reason, I had some inspiration to write one, "So God Made a Racer." That turned into "So God Made a Mom," "So God Made a pit crew member." So I have a whole series now of little stories about why God made different people in motorsports. And today we're going to start with why God made the racer. And on the 8th day, God looked down at the racetracks, the dirt tracks carved into small town fairgrounds, the asphalt ovals glowing under bright lights, the garages and barns and little shops scattered across the countryside, the smell of gasoline, rubber, and hot engines hanging in the air. And God said, something's missing. The machines were ready. The tracks were ready. But the people who would live for it, sacrifice for it, and chase speed with everything they had were not there. So God made a racer. God said, I need somebody willing to work all day at their regular job, come home and greet their family, sit down and eat a handmade supper, and then head out to the shop and work on a race car until midnight. Somebody here will do the same thing the next day and the day after that. Because racing isn't something you only do on the weekends. It's something you live every day. So God made a racer. God said, I need someone with strong arms, strong enough to break loose a frozen bolt that hasn't moved in 20 years. Someone strong enough to push a race car into the trailer after a long night at the track. Strong enough to wrestle stubborn parts that refuse to cooperate, but gentle enough, patient enough, careful enough to adjust the valves just right, to listen to an engine and know when something isn't quite perfect. Because racers understand that machines respond best to a balance of strength and patience. So God made a racer. God said, I need someone who can build something beautiful, not with fancy equipment or expensive tools, but with determination and ingenuity and creativity, with a handful of modest tools in a small garage. Someone who can take a pile of parts and turn it into a race car that shines under the track lights. A machine that roars to life when the green flag waves. Because great race cars aren't built by machines, they're built by people who refuse to quit. So God made a race car. God needed somebody who could work long hours without even thinking about eating, someone so focused on solving the next problem, fixing the next issue, improving the next detail, that supper becomes an afterthought. But when the crew shows up, that same person makes sure everyone else is fed, because racers understand something important. A race team isn't just a group of helpers, it's family. So God made a racer. God said, I need someone who can speak to sponsors, someone who can share their love for the sport in a way that makes others believe in it too. Someone who understands that behind every race car are people and businesses who help to make it possible. Someone who will represent them proudly, someone who will take them sincerely, seriously, because gratitude is just as important as horsepower. So God made a racer. God needed somebody who could look at their crew, the friends and family who stayed late, who turned wrenches, who held flashlights during midnight repairs, and tell them how much they appreciate them and mean every word. So God made a racer. God said, I need someone willing to drive hundreds of miles with a trailer behind them, someone who will wake up before sunrise on race day, someone who will travel through rain and heat and long highways with big bumps just to reach a racetrack, someone who rolls through the pit gate with hope in their heart and tools in their back, someone who understands that race day didn't start that morning. It started weeks ago. In garages, in barns, in driveways all across the country. So God made a racer. God needed somebody who could lose on Saturday night and still shake the winner's hand. Someone who can load the car into the trailer, drive home quietly, pull the engine apart, figure out what went wrong, and come back next week ready to try again. Because racers don't quit, they rebuild. So God made a racer. God said, I need somebody who understands family, the ones holding flashlights in the garage, the ones packing coolers for race day, the ones sitting in the grandstands through heat and dust and rain and long delays just to watch someone they love chase a dream, the ones who celebrate victories and help pick up the pieces after disappointments. So God made a racer. God made someone brave enough to strap into a machine built from steel, sweat, and determination. Someone who trusts their instincts when the green flag waves. Someone who knows that racing isn't just about speed, it's about courage and heart and believing in yourself when everything is on the line. So God made a racer. God needed someone who could teach the next generation. Someone who would hand a helmet to a young kid and say, here, let me show you how. Someone who understands that racing isn't just a sport, it's a tradition. It's a legacy passed down through generations. So God made a racer. And when the engines fire and the lights go green and the crowd rises to their feet, that racer climbs into something far bigger than a machine. They climb into a dream built from long days and late nights, scraped knuckles, empty wallets, loyal friends, and endless determination. And that's exactly the kind of person God had in mind. So God made a racer. And when you spend enough time around racetracks, you begin to realize something pretty special. Racers come from everywhere. Small towns, big cities, farms, garages, family businesses, and sometimes they come from places people never expected. Because today, racers also include women who refuse to accept that the sport wasn't meant for them. Women who climbed into race cars, stepped into pit crews, ran racetracks, and built careers in motorsports. Women who prove that talent, determination, and passion belong to everyone. And that's exactly why the Women's Motorsports Network exists. Because every racer has a story. Every journey matters. And every woman who loves motorsports deserves to have her story told. Here at the Women's Motorsports Network, I celebrate the drivers, the crew members, the industry leaders, the fans, women of all ages who are helping shape the future of motorsports. Because racing isn't just about engines and speed. It's about perseverance. It's about community. It's about inspiring the next generation to believe that they belong at the racetrack too. So whether you're behind the wheel, in the pits, or cheering from the grandstands, thank you for being part of this incredible motorsports family. And thank you for helping me continue my mission of connecting and celebrating women in motorsports, one story at a time. Do you love the thrill of motorsports? Take that passion off the track and into your daily life with Pit Crew Creations. We specialize in unique and custom motorsports-inspired home decor, apparel, and accessories designed for fans who live life in the fast lane. Start your day with a personalized mug that fuels your energy, or relax with a racing-themed pillowcase that adds speed to your style. Need a unique keychain or a journal to stay organized? We've got you covered. And for the ultimate gearhead wardrobe, check out our custom shirts and bags that let you wear your motorsports pride wherever you go. At Pit Crew Creations, every item is crafted with passion and creativity, making it the perfect gift for yourself or the racing enthusiast in your life. Whether it's home decor or everyday accessories, we make it personal, stylish, and full throttle fun. Why settle for ordinary when you can live the motorsport lifestyle every day? Head to Pit Crew Creations on Facebook or go to Etsy at pitcrewcreationsshop.etsy.com now to explore our collection and bring the race to your world. Pit Crew Creations,